Hello friends, today we will learn how to develop the eText template BIP report. So first, let's see the template of this eText report. So this is the one sample template, and using this template we are building the report, eText report. So in this report there are three sections. First section is the template definition. In this template definition we are mentioning the template type as delimiter base, then character set, then case version, and the new record set. Then second section is the table header section. So in this section we are mentioning the data group, then maximum length format data comments, then new record as a table header, and below that we are mentioning the column name and mentioning the fixed length for the column name, the length for the column name, and the delimiters we have used. So and last section is the data section. Here we are using the loop, then data, and whatever the XML tags has been generated by our data model we are using in this section, and the delimiters. So after the all these data we are ending that particular loop, and then we'll end that data group. So let's develop one sample report. So before that we will develop the data model. So let's open the catalog or report. So click on the browse catalog and click on new, click the data model to develop the data model for this. So select the data set with a SQL query and enter the name for that. Here we are mentioning giving the name of this data set as eText. Then mention the data source and enter our desired SQL query. So for this we are using the per person names table, having the columns as person ID, first name, last name, and the title. So we are developing the query as select person ID, comma, title, comma, first name, last name. These are the columns we are using from this table. Once your query is developed, then click on the OK. So this is the data set is generated. Now we will check the data. So click on the data and click view, and you can see here table view. Now click on the tree view. Using this tree view we are going to develop the template. As I have mentioned, the sections as second section is data group section, which is table heading, and next is the loop. So this is the template we are developing. So in the definition we are not changing anything. In this, from the second section, which is the table section, we are mentioning that label as data group as data underscore ds. So we are mentioning that label or that data group, which in our query is data underscore ds. Then heading for the column first, which is the person ID. So it should always in the single inverted comma. So we will mention as person and ID. Then mention the delimiter, whatever delimiter you want to use. Here we are using the pipe as a delimiter. The next column is title. So we're mentioning the column heading as a title. Then again mentioning the delimiter as a pipe. Then column 3 we are using as a first name. So we are writing here as first space name as a column heading, and the pipe as a delimiter. And the last column heading is the last name. So last name. So in this way we have developed the second section. Now we will move ahead to the third section, which is the data section. So in this again we are using the labels. Label is nothing but the loop. So here G1 is the loop for this. So we are mentioning G1 as the loop started and the end. So here we have already discussed that column 1 XML tag. So whatever the column 1 we have mentioned in the heading, for that respective tags we have to mention here. So person ID we are mentioning and the delimiter. So whenever we are mentioning the tag, please make sure whenever you are writing the tag, do not include the single inverted comma. Tag should be without inverted commas. Then mention the second column tag is the title, then delimiter as pipe, then mention the column 3 XML tag which is the first underscore name. So we are mentioning here as the first underscore name, then delimiter which is the pipe, and next is the column 4 is the last underscore name. So I'm mentioning XML tag here as last underscore name. So here end level is mentioned as end loop. So first our loop is open as G1, so that should get end. So next is we have to end that data group. So our data group name is data underscore ds. So we're mentioning data group as data underscore ds. So in this way we have generated our eText template for the report. So we are going to save this report. So please make sure that whenever you are going to save this report, always the type of this report should be the RTF. So this is the data DS. Now we will save the report. Save this report on your local machine and make sure that this type should be RTF. Give the appropriate name. And type should be RTF. If it's not RTF, then please make sure that you have to select RTF as a template. Now we will again move to the application. So we'll create the sample data and save this data model. So we are going to save the data model in my folder. Give the appropriate name to this data model. Click once your name you have given, then please click on the OK button. Once it is saved, then we are going to create the report for this data model. So click on the create data model. So we are uploading the RTF, so please cancel this. We are not directly creating the report using the cloud, so we are uploading the template. So for this we have to search the data model which we have saved in my folder. Select that data model and upload. Select the option as upload RTF and upload your created RTF which we have created. So give the appropriate layout name and select the report, and here type should be selected as eText template. Please make note of this. We have to select type as eText template and select the language English. Click OK. Then click on the view report to see the report, but here give us the warning as save the report first. So we are going to save the report. Give the appropriate name for this report and save this into the my folder. Click on the OK, and to view the report, click on the view report. So here you can see report has been generated, and this is the eText report, so in desired format. So here you can see the table headers are the person ID, title, first name, last name, these four, and below that the data for respective columns which is separated by the pipe which we have used as a delimiter in our code template. So in this way we can develop the eText report.